Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the podcast. We are going to be continuing to talk about the Ben Hill saga, also known as the Summer Wells missing child investigation. Let me turn down the music. Thank you for your guys' patience. I was trying to get everything pulled up here. I do hope that everyone is doing mighty fine in their first month of 2024. But anywho, let's talk about the 911 phone call. I was listening to another commentator, and one of the topics that they brought up, which was a good point, what was taking place when that 911 phone call was made? Was Candace allegedly high, drunk, tipsy, turned black? Now seriously, what was Candace inebriated during that phone call? And before anyone wants to say, if you're new to the Summer Wells case, I do encourage you to, you would actually be doing yourself an injustice if you did not go back and get context to what we're talking about, because there's a lot that's taken place within the 2.5 years. So June 15th of 2021, she went missing from Rogersville, Tennessee. And her parents claim that she was abducted off the hill. Keep in mind, this is what they believe. However, law enforcement says that there's no signs of an abduction, nor foul play. 2.5 years in, we still don't have a 911 call. Now, keep in mind, most of the time, if you watch these type of stories, and considering whether, like, which side you stand from, because if you're on the side that, in my opinion, allegedly, the parents, I think, are involved in some way, form, or fashion. Or the opposite of, I don't see innocent until proven guilty, right? Most of the times, if this turns out to be something nefarious that happened to Summer Wells, we are not going to hear that 911 call until after an arrest has been made, and or probably if it goes to trial. But it would be interesting to hear what was Candace's tone. That's one thing that I've always wondered ever since the beginning of this case. I was like, what was Candace's tone? What was she what was she saying? How was she saying it? Was she so nonchalant? Like, oh, I last seen my daughter in the basement. She went downstairs to play with toys. And that's what her brother said. If that 911 call was to be made public, it probably, in my opinion, shed a whole new perspective. Because within that moment, there was a decision made. Did she sound nervous? Did she sound concerned? What time? Or what, like, according to a story, right? Because I don't know what to believe anymore. I know I probably lost some people because they said that, because I just said that Candace made the phone call, and no, it was actually the father, because originally Candace, the mother, contacted Dawn, allegedly, at work. And that's when Dawn called the police, I guess. But did Candace call the police? See, we don't know. We really don't know. Were there two 911 phone calls made from both parents? And maybe I should have thrown out a disclaimer, but earlier. But if you're new here to this channel, this is a commentating reaction featured channel. So I provide my commentary. All of these people are innocent until proven guilty, including Dawn and Candace, Koberger, you know, whoever else we talk about. But in the public eye, presented off of the evidence that we have publicly into the media, in my opinion, I don't know how anyone could not think twice that, yeah, the parents are some way involved. I mean, look at how they've acted on YouTube. And see, you're probably not going to see, well, actually, it may... everything is recorded. And yet you see another thought to ponder. What if possibly LE is thinking, well, hell, the parents are already being dogged enough by you people And this ain't gonna look good if we make this public. But like I said, usually when it comes to murder cases and something nefarious happening to people, the 911 call gets released after an arrest has been made. So, I don't know. Or like I said, LE could be like, no, we're not about to. Nope. We can already see that this is not going to do them. It's just going to create more problems for these people. We don't need to do anything. What you're seeing is what we're seeing. Now, keep in mind, this is just all hypothetical. My commentary, you know, I'm a little bit just theorish, meaning very, I like to come up with theories. So in no way is this the case, y'all. I'm just saying, it's one of my things that I've thought about. I'm like, what if LE is like, oh, hell no, the parents are already being dogged enough. We are not about to give you more ammo. Is that what it is? But it would be quite interesting, because one day it will happen. And we'll finally get to see who made the 911 call. Who honestly made the 911 call first? For one, and for two, like I said, anything, it tells a lot about people, the stress in their voice, their just mannerisms over the phone, y'all. They're like, how they say things. Like I said, was she nonchalant about it? Did she not seem concerned? Did someone have to make her make the 911 call? And if Dawn was the one that made the call first, what information was relayed to him? What was told to him? So his version of what he told to the dispatcher. Not hearsay, not theories, not speculation. It would just be it would be insightful. And who knows, there could be something on there that people hear may be like, well, this is not out of the ordinary, or it could actually turn people for the wells. I don't know. We're just going to have to see, shall we? Only time will tell. So let's carry on to this older piece of information. And this was posted on June 15th of 2021. So the same day, let's see, multiple rescue agencies were searching for a missing 5-year-old girl overnight Tuesday night in the Ben Hill Road area of the Beach Creek area community in South Central Hawkins County. Sheriff Lawson said emergency crews were searching in the upper parts of the Beech Creek community for Summer Wells. The child, now keep in mind, this is at the time of her going missing, and this information that I'm reading to you is coming from Times News. So if you have a problem with the information that I'm about to relay, take it up with Times News, timesnews.com, or timesnews.net. The child is 3 feet tall with blonde hair. She was last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray shorts around 7 p.m., leaving her residence on foot. Okay, she was last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray shorts around 7 p.m. Well, I mean, it was 6 p.m. Leaving her residence on foot. There's been no confirmation that she left her residence on foot. On the Ben Hill Road off Beech Creek Road. Anyone who might have contacted with Summer is asked to call 911. A command post has been established by Hawkins County E911 and Hawkins County Rescue Squad at the intersection of Beech Creek and Blair's Gap Road. Among the agencies participating in the search are Churchill Rescue Squad, Hawkins County's Rescue Squad, Hawkins County EMA, Hawkins County EMS, Hawkins County E911, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, Goshen Valley Volunteer Fire Department, Tennessee Highway Patrol, and Heart Air Rescue. The Times News will provide this report as more information becomes available. So this was posted on June 15th. This article that I just read to you, the same day, and then it was updated on June 16th of 2021. Now, who told? I don't know. Like, there's this article has several different discrepancies compared to what is usually read in Summer Wells' typical timeline. But again, that's if you go to multiple different news outlets, chances are you're probably going to get a different story, right? But this one in particular is interesting because it was posted on the same day and it was updated one day afterwards on the 16th. After Summer disappeared. So who told them that leaving her residence on foot on Ben Hill Road off Beech Creek Road? Let me show you what I'm reading. Excuse me. Oh shit, let me be careful with the copyrights because I don't want to be showing anybody's advertisement, and I hope I don't get struck for that. But anyways, yeah, someone here told the news outlet that Summer Wells disappeared, leaving her residence on foot. Don't you find that interesting? Leaving her residence on foot. So from early on, leaving her residence on foot. But 2 weeks after she disappeared, you have the parents come out and say, oh, she was abducted, you know? So who told this news outlet that Summer Moon Utah Wells, disappeared on foot? I don't know. That's the first time that I'm reading something about that. And that's, again, different news outlets are going to have different things to say about this case, especially early on. But I just found that interesting. So if you have any thoughts on what I just read to you, you can go over to timesnews.net. And once again, thank you for tuning in to the podcast. We're going to take a brief intermission, and then I'm going to be sharing more information on this what allegedly could have happened or transpired around the notorious 911 call. I will be right back. Alrighty, so once again, thank you for your patience. Could this 911 call shine light and narrow in on the suspects and or persons of interest? I'm looking in the YouTube search for the 911 call. Let's see. Okay, so the following commentary that I'm about to play to you is coming from Chronicles of Olivia. And this is an older video, 2 years ago, 911 called to Ben Hill Road. And I've never watched this video. It's only 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and listen to it.
Dan, why don't you go say hi to the new neighbor?
Sorry about that. Sorry about the ads. This does fall under the Copyright Act of 1976. I will be providing my commentary on this 911 call alleged leak.
Because my friends and I requested all of the complaint records from the past 10 years that came from the Wells property. They are only able to release any audio.
Now, hold on. This is not the 911 call that, let me clarify. This is a different 911 call. This took place on September 26th. Okay? September 26th of 2020. Carry on.
In the past 18 months, and there were 2. Here's one of the 2.
Central Dispatch. Sure. My name is Allison Harris. I just got off the phone with Fort City Police Department. I'm having an issue at hand. I've been staying at a friend of mine's house for a little over a week now, and I have my one daughter.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all. Woo! Okay, I just got chills. Allie. Oh, I'm not trying to be funny. I ain't trying to be funny. Y'all, Allie wants to speak. This is Allie on the 911 call. I'm sorry. Sorry for the spraz there. It's very eerie. Because I didn't know that she was going to be in this video, but let's carry on.
Back in the city of Kingsport. Right now we're sitting at Dollar General off of Lone Star Road. And my older two children are up at my son's house. And the reason why they're still up there is because when I went to leave this morning for work, because there was a confrontation last night between us all, and then this morning when she woke up, she was very confrontational about the whole situation. So I had to wait until her mom got awake to bring me to work. And she basically threatened anyone who came up to the house, she was going to blow their heads off. She's bipolar. She's very, very.
Okay, so what are you needing from us?
I need someone to go up to her house to get my 2 children.
Okay, does she have any, like, is there split custody or is there anything like that?
No, they're fully mine.
Where are they at?
They're at 110 Ben Hill Road.
Okay, so what is taking place in this phone call is Allie on the phone with the dispatcher, and I guess that something transpired the night before between her and Candace. There was a confrontation. That's how she described it. And I guess that Allie's kids were up on 110 Ben Hill, and she's calling the police because they're stuck up there, or she wants them out of 110. Does she feel threatened to go up there? Because she also claims that someone threatened her. Someone threatened Allie. Now keep in mind, the following phone call took place on September 26th, September of 2020. Let's carry on.
Roger.
What was the address?
110 Ben Hill Road. It's right off of Beach Street. How old are they? 14 and 15. And you're in
14 and 15 years old. Wow. I have never heard this phone call, y'all. I know that some of y'all, I know that some people's gonna be like, where have you been? You have not heard this phone call. Catch up. No, it's honestly, I've never heard this phone call before. So if someone wants to give context to it, you can leave it in the comments below. I still think it's very strange and maybe ironic is the best word that I randomly selected this video and it was Allie on the phone with the police.
Kingsford right now. I'm sitting at Dollar General just outside of Kingsport. I gave him enough time to go send for another area when she was on the way to the city to drop my youngest daughter off. And
Okay,
I said,
what Dollar General are you at?
it's the one right before Winstar Road.
Okay.
Outside of Kingsport.
Is it like outside of Kingsport in Hawkins County or?
I'm not sure. It's the one right before Winstar Road.
Okay, I'm not. Okay, I think you're still going to be in Kingsport at the dollar store. So what I can do, and you said they're 14 and 15?
Yes. Kingsport, I already talked to Kingsport Police Department.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let's back up because earlier in the 911 call, you hear that Allie is claiming that I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm assuming she doesn't specify. She doesn't say Candace's name, but I'm assuming. Disclaimer that she's referring to Candace. So is she referring to Candace? Threatening her, and that's why she doesn't want to go back up on the hill and get her kids?
What was the address?
110 Ben Hill Road at my friend's house. And the reason why they're still up there is because when I went to leave this morning for work, because there was a confrontation last night between us all, and then this morning when she woke up, she was very confrontational about the whole situation. So I had to wait until her mom got awake to bring me to work. And
so I had to wait until her mom got away to bring me to work. Well, how did I'm assuming. Okay, this must have been during the time period that Candace and Allie, God rest her soul, that they were tight with each other. They were besties. My best friend. Or on decent terms. So something must have happened in September of 2020. Sounds like. Between Allie. How did Allie get up on the hill? Did Candace pick her up?
she said, and she basically threatened me.
She threatened.
She was going to blow her heads off. She's bipolar. She's very, very.
Okay, y'all, if you want to hear the full video, please go over to Chronicles of Olivia. Once again, that is the 911 call that was leaked, I guess, back in 2020 or 2 years ago, so that make 2022. But wow, there's a disturbing trend and pattern pertaining to the activity coming from that property and how many calls to law enforcement. And lo and behold, that's also a house, a residence where a little girl disappeared from. And you know what? This also goes to show with that 911 call, Boy H was up on that property previously, right? And I believe that there was something said about Don said that he doesn't want Boy H on the property. So he was implying that at one point in time, he was up there. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying this because in that phone call, that's just confirmation that he was up on 110. Do I think that Boy H had something to do with the disappearance of Summer Moon Utah Wells? Absolutely not. Just want to make that clear. But hearing that 911 call with her saying that she can't get her kids, and what was the confrontation about the night previously? What was that over? Were they all up partying? Were they drinking a little bit? Were they... There's something that was said, something that was did. It also provides insight to the activity that one can suspect that goes on at 110. The notorious 110. Well, don't you think that we learned new things in this podcast? We now learned that apparently someone early on within the investigation, the search for Summer Wells, told this one news station that she left, let's see, she was last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray shorts around 7 p.m. Let me just go ahead and share it with y'all. Right here, that's what I want to focus on. Leaving her residence on foot on Ben Hill Road. We also learned, if you already have not learned, that there was another 911 call that was made pertaining to Ben Hill on behalf of Allison. At least that's new information to me. I never knew that. But then again, I'm pretty much late on a lot of things, so it does not surprise me. But it does, as I said before, I'm trying to get my leg up here. It's just confirmation on what we thought went on or had an idea of the shenanigans that went on. And that's not to account what the neighbors the allegations that the neighbors have made towards the Wells pertaining to I'm not going to say it. I don't even know how to phrase it because it sounds so disgusting, but sedation, to keep it lightly and not ruffle the feathers among people. Sedation. You all know who and what I'm referring to. So with your neighbors making allegations if that's what's going on in your house, and then you have your friends over here in Kingsport that want to say what they can't get their kids off your hill and there's confrontations going on and someone threatened you up on 110 Ben Hill Circle Way. I mean, I'm being serious. It really, all of these things combined, can we be surprised that Summer Wells disappeared in an area like this? Not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying. It was going to happen. And that could have been the reason also why, allegedly, that the rest of the kids were taken away. Who knows? Thank you for tuning in to the podcast. trying to pull something up here on the YouTube search. Sticking true to my title. Actually, it should be changed to should the 911 calls plural because we're talking about, well, 911 calls. Not just one, not just two. Okay, so to add context to what you are listening to right now is the 911 call that you probably heard off other YouTube channels. And this is the one that Candace made that everyone was trying to decipher what she was saying in the background. Like, is he trying to R her? Allegedly. Now, whenever I've listened to this, but I'm going back and I'm listening to old information, so I didn't hear it. But let's rewind. It's only 1 minute and 51 seconds long. Yeah, I should have put in a trigger warning, but I'm not. I just don't do trigger warnings over here because you're listening to true crime. So this is what comes with crime. That's what my ideology is. But yes, if you don't want to hear this type of stuff, I suggest that you skip this part of the podcast. This is very disturbing each time that I listen to it and I hear something different that pops out. So we are going to be wrapping up abruptly, but thank you for tuning into another podcast about Summer Wells, Summer Moon Utah Wells. Her birthday is coming up on the 4th February. If you don't know. And I will also be leaving a link where you can find about that will take you to the facts about the Summer Wells case. If you're new to it, it will be in the description box below. Like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.